Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have another look at the new Sentimentally Yours Floral Finery collection. This time we're going to be mixing the flowers up a little bit. So you will find what I'm using over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. I will tell you if there's something I don't have in stock and send you over to Honeypot. You'll find everything over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. So in this demo we're going to be using the new Exquisite Petals, which have got pierced detail going along the centre of each flower, and there's some cutout details as well. And you've got 8 dies on this A6 set, 4 different sizes of 4 petal flowers and 4 different sizes of 3 petal flowers. Then the same shapes and sizes, we're using the beautiful petals, and this has just got piercing detail around the edges. There's no cutout on this one, and this is probably the plainest of the dies, although it's not plain at all. And then we're also going to be using the Magnificent Fronds, which is the one that's got pierced details on it and cutouts as well. The other one, which is the Majestic Fronds, doesn't have the pierced detail, so it's nice to have them mixing and matching across the different sets. We're also going to be using Twiddly bits again, obviously, and the Sensational Stamens 3. Okie dokie. Right, what should we do first? We'll get the back layers done as always. So I have used the Layered Differently Grandeur Squares, and I've cut the largest die out of, a bit dirty, gold mirror card, and the next size one out of white card. Now I was thinking about stamping in the corners. I'm not sure if any of these are left, but we're going to use them anyway because we can. I haven't used them for a little while. It will be a 6x6 card by the time we're finished, which is a nice little size. Well, it's just under 6x6, isn't it? Because 6x6 is the size of your envelope that you use. I'm just going to pop this in my platform into the corner. Although they're rounded edges, we're still going to go into the corner. And we're going to take the Frame Maker Elegant Scrolls. Hopefully we'll be having some more of these. These have been super popular. We're going to go for the smaller one. Bill has given us two corners, but I'm going to just use one and just do it 4 times. That's actually quite dirty. What colour's this one got on it? That's clean. I want to use that one. Marginally. Where's it gone? Here it is. Just so I know that some of the pink will come off. Right. I'm only using the corners. Get it straightish. Pointing into the corner. Okay, that'll do. And I'm going to be using Sand Dune Versafine Clair, which is one of my favourite colours. And it will go well with the gold mirror, and I'm also using the warm stone card on this card as well. Can't really see it on the stamp. Okay, then we're going to swivel it. It's nice to get previous releases out. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we did the Frame Maker stamps. The beauty about having something like flowers as a release is that really anything goes. That when we're making our samples, a bit too much ink on that. juicy ink pad. Even though I use it a lot, it's still very juicy. Last one. That one's very juicy, isn't it? I'm going to just dab some of that ink off. Okay. Right. There we go. There's our frame maker. That's very juicy, isn't it? We're going for a slightly grungy look. With our very juicy ink pad. Right, so that's that. What other stamping I'm going to do? Might as well do the sentiment while we are at it. Do we need it in here? Probably not. Sentiment. Sentiment is coming from the Just Saying Rustic Magnificent Moment sentiments. I know I do have one in stock at the minute. Let's go out of here because I know that it's too squishy on here. And I think we're going to do Sending a Hug to Both of You. That's what we're going to do. Beautiful. You watch, that'll be better than the second one. Because that's what happens. Yep. Sending a hug. That's fine. To both of you. It's here. Get on there. This is always a challenge to get this straight. And the seagull agrees. There we go. Sending A isn't perfectly straight, but you know, here's what it is, isn't it? Right, so that's our sentiment. And we are also, I thought, it would be cool to actually stamp on the flowers as well. So, just for a bit of fun. So that's your Just Saying Rustic Magnificent Moment sentiments, and there is a full list of what I've used in the description of this video. So we have this, we've got our flowers. So I've cut these out of the lemon sorbet card, and I think we're only going to stamp on the plain ones. There's no point stamping on those really. So we've got a 3, a 4, and we've got 2 dinky little jobbies as well. And I pulled out the Florascript Beautiful Blooms Paraphernalia stamp set. So I thought we would perhaps, well, we could do, actually the splodges would be quite cool, wouldn't they, on there? You've got icons and postage and script even. I think I might use the splodges. Who doesn't love a little splat. I love a splat. One of my favourite things is a splat. So we get out our Versafine Clair again and we'll go splatting. I'm just going to dip this in here. I do want to make sure I've got some on all of it really. Fab, isn't it? Just don't think about it, just go for it. Don't try and do them up exactly the same. I'm quite impressed if you manage to do them the same actually. Really going for it, see? Not thinking about it. I do. Happy with that. Oops. I'll just lift them up so you can see. Cool. One teeny little stamp. I don't know if these are still in stock at Honey Pot, but you can have a look. If you forget what anything's called, then just have a look in the description. Okay. So that's that. Let's get some of my layers stuck down now. Right, glue. It's over there. Remember these? This is cut from the Grandeur Squares. I decided to leave the background plain on this one, and there's a very good reason for it. You know you wanted to stamp the corners, and B, I'm going to stick a frame on here, and it's just a little bit easier if it goes down on a flat background. I mean, you could stamp your corners and then emboss it. That kind of works. Now, do not move. Not you, I'm talking to my jobbies, my layers. Right, so what I've done using the Grandeur Squares is I've cut the largest of the decorative die out of the silver mirror, the next size down out of warm stone, and then I stuck them together. I mean, obviously you can do it this way or that way, however you want. You get a different look with that, but I've stuck them together in the nesting way like that. Okay, then I've taken this next size die, so the third one, and pop that in there, and I've run that through the machine to cut myself a frame out, so I get this. Okay, so it's perfectly lined up. It was a little bit of a challenge to cut because the mirror card's quite thick, so you're talking about, I don't know, over 600 GSM that you're cutting through, but it did it. It was absolutely fine. So we've now got a frame. I've also gone ahead and cut this die here out of the silver mirror, and I've cut the next size die, this one here, which cuts little hearts out of the warm stone. And then obviously you've just seen me stamp the sentiment onto that one there out of pure white. So those are going to go in the centre of my piece. That's the Grandeur Squares. Right, we'll stick these together as well while we're at it. And we'll then shape flowers, and then we'll put everything together. Because obviously I haven't shaped any flowers because I hadn't stamped on them. But there's only 4, so it shouldn't take too long. Let's tap some of this. this glue off because I've got quite a bit of glue on those bits. And we will pop that there. I have kept the little hearts that have come out just in case I wanted to use them. You could stick them on your flowers actually if you wanted to. How would that look? I'm not going to do it, but we've got the little hearts here. So you could add the little hearts to your flowers. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just put them on and then I'll show you. They're not perfectly straight. You see? So there's just an idea for you. Last one. Of course, if you had them cut out of white, you could actually paper piece white ones in the centre there if you wanted to. Lots of ideas, lots of ways that you can do it. So I'm just going to glue this on. Now, I need to try and remember that this one I'm going to actually shape in a different way. I thought when I did yesterday's video that I'd already shaped the flowers, but then when I came to record this I realised I hadn't. So we're going to shape them slightly differently. Just put this under here, put that to one side for a minute, and then get our flowers. Right, so we are going to do these different. We are going to do them down or up. Let's do them up. So tweezers in the centre. Give them a squeeze. Like so. There's a 4, there's a 4. Then I've got to decide whether I want to have the stamping on the top or the stamping below. Just realised I ought to have had my other glasses on. It's quite nice like that, isn't it? Maybe we'll alternate it. So this is your 3 petal flower. It's a bit like, is it the sycamore that has like the seed has like 3 things on them, doesn't it? And they kind of, they're like these, they swirl, don't they? We could do that, yep. And then the only reason I know I should have my other glasses on because is this that I'm struggling to see. I should put them on really. Can't be bothered. Right. I think we'll do the 4 petal flowers with the stamping on top and the 3 petal flower with the other way around. I've used the medium size and the small size in the Stamens. I love Stamens. I'm so pleased that Phil's done another set. Obviously it's optional, you don't have to use stamens if you don't want to, but I really like them. I want to go in there, right. Let's take the one we're going to put on top away, and we'll shape these. Remember, when you do your stamens, the easiest way to do it is to just do circular motions around the circle in the centre, and they all pop up, which is so cool. Right, those two are the medium, so those both are small, yeah. Okay. Bit of glue in the centre. So we've got the flowers out of the lemon sorbet card, and we've got the stamens out of the warm stone. I seem to be using a lot of yellow in my my samples for this release. Don't know why. It's just what's happened. And your 4, 3 is the other side. We use the fat size. This is the Dreamweaver large embossing tool. I've got a few left on my website of these. Okay, then we'll have more glue in the centre, and we'll add the stamens. A little bit more of a challenge to add the stamens with this sort of shaping, but we're going to do it anyway. Do the little ones first because they're the most awkward. And the flower will flatten a wee bit, and the stamens will be more higgledy-piggledy, but very cool. Move that around a bit. Okay. There's something quite relaxing about making flowers, actually. I find it relaxing. Right, gems. My new favourite, thanks to our Phil, is the champagne flat back gems. Now, I think we're going to have to put 5s in them all. Not 5s, 8s. Because that's the size of the stamen circle. So more glue. You do need a reasonable amount of glue because you've made like a cup, and obviously the cup isn't flat, but the base of the gems is. So flowers will flatten out a wee bit. Pick up tool. There we go. So we do this one first. Give it a push. dinky one. Stuck to my finger. And we'll have a little song. And then here's the last one. So as I said, there's only 4 on this card. Should be 5 really, but you know, it's not, it's 4. That's what we're having. You don't want to stick, do you? It's very rude of you. Right, we'll leave those just for a second or 2. See if we can straighten that up. Right, and then, oh, I'll show you them. Pretty. Right, let's start construction. So I want to get this frame on here first before I actually do the foam tape, because I think it'd be easier to press it down. Okay. So glue. It would be very awkward to try and get foam tape on this because it's quite narrow. If you want it a bit thicker, then you can go down an extra die when you actually cut the centre out. There's no need to put glue all over the centre of this when you actually glued it together to die cut it. Yeah, tweezers. So I want to put, stand up, I want to have the pointing flat. I think that looks about even. And then we will put the foam tape on the back here. I would normally, if there was time, I should have done it actually, stuck it underneath. Just to flatten it out a bit. Across the centre. And this is our card blank in inverted commas. So this is a 6x6 card blank. It's actually 14.8 centimetres, which is what they normally are. And we'll pop that on there. Don't need that. We'll use our Pritt. So I can move it if I need to. And we will see if we can get this on straight. Okay. And then we'll put our sentiment on. Not going anywhere, is it? And we should be able to point this up. Okay, so we've got a nice good area there now to stick our flowers on. So we've got the, I can't remember the name. Sorry. Magnificent Fronds, that's what they are. And I've got the largest here. So they're going to go down here, like so. I think I am going to stick them on first. Should we give them a bit of shape? No, I'm not going to shape them because then they're harder to stick down and then there's more chance of them getting damaged. So we're going to just put some glue on each leaf. So that's another reason why this is flat. So these are easier to glue. See if we can glue those. That one there, like so. Then we can take, which one were we going to do? We were going to do this one. Do I want them closer? I think I do actually. I can hide that glue with that there. Flip. I did say flip. Stick. Thank you. I've got glue all over my fingers. Right, let's get this on. This is going to go here. And then we're going to have the two smaller ones either side. Plenty of room for twiddly bits. We're going to have one there. And then we've got smaller leaves, which are going to go up here. Just trim that off a wee bit, just with the one flower. I mean, I could have actually, thinking about it, I could have slotted in an embossed piece there at the back. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but I've told you now, so I've thought about it now. So you might want to do that. So cut the die, the third size die out again, perhaps out of the white card, emboss it, and then you can just slot it in. Which I think that would have been quite a nice addition. Although it is quite nice to have plain card actually as well. Keeps it kind of, I want to say clean and simple, but there's no way this is clean and simple. It might be simpler. And then we've got that there like so. Okay. That's where we're at so far. Pretty. Then twiddly bits, where have I put them? I need to cut some more out because I've been using them loads. Twiddly bits, you need twiddly bits in your life. So the twiddly bits are, you get 12 dies on this set. Lots and lots of twiddly bits. A6. This is my top tip. If they've not gone already, they will be gone soon, I should think. So I think we'll use the ones that have got the dots on them, so we can stick gems on them. So we'll have, I think we'll have that one sticking out of there. That was quite decisive, wasn't it? Quick decision. And then, have I got one opposite that I can use? Oh, I have. Is that the same as that one? That's the same as that one. That's the same as that one. That's the other one. If I want to put one out of here. Love these twiddly bits. You've got to get these. You really have. They're just marvellous. Do you want to have that one? Obviously, I can't have it there. Where am I going to have it? This is probably my favourite. Oh, we could have it going down under there like that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. If you know what you're doing, you could actually put your gems on first. But I never know where I'm going with these. We can have that actually going around there like that. Okie dokie, that's in, hopefully. And I've got another one. I have got another one. I'm being symmetrical at the minute. You can have another one up there like that. It's very difficult to know when to stop with these twiddly bits. I think I probably say this on every video because I love them so much. Fabulous. They're just brilliant. Inspired, Philip. Inspired. Do I want another one? I might not. I might just go with what I've done so far because we've got the corners. So we might just stop at that. Let's just stop at that. I've only used 4. I've been very well behaved. I need to cut some more. Right, so we are going to put a little bit of glue on each of these dots so we can put a gem on them. And the 5mm just about fit. Because remember, with the gems, you don't get the 3mm. So just stick my finger underneath there. It's a magpie. There's all sorts of birds outside. There we go. There's our gems in the corn in the on the twiddly bits. You'll see. Fabulous. Makes me very happy. Do I want to put anything else on? I don't think I do. I don't think I'm going to put a gem in the corners because we've got the corners stamped. I think we're good. You might think, oh, I want an extra flower up top there. Yeah, maybe. But I do quite like it like that. So that's what we're doing. So that's a 6x6 card using the new Floral Finery and the new Sensational Stamens 3 and the new Twiddly bits. So I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, you'll find the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and also over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. Do like and subscribe here on my YouTube channel if you've not already, because I do love to read your comments, and do watch out for lots more videos. Thank you for watching.